Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So in this video I'm going to be reviewing Man of Steel, which was released in 2013 and directed by Zack Snyder. So basically, starting from this week, I'm going to review two DCEU movies a week up until the release of Wonder Woman 84, and hopefully I'll be able to see that in cinemas if the cinemas have opened back up here. If it's your first time watching me, guys, I actually tend to do a lot of things related to comic books, movies, and I'm even going to dabble in a bit of gaming. But I basically just cover anything like pop culture, entertainment related. So if you like that kind of stuff, be sure to hit the subscribe button and check out my other videos if you're into that kind of content. So just kicking off, I feel like this movie is so underrated, and I know it's quite divisive with fans like a lot of Zack Snyder movies, but I personally feel like Man of Steel has just been forgotten about and swept under the rug because of all the other DC films that have came out after it. But personally, I think it's an awesome movie, and I'm just going to say that from the get-go. I really love this version of Superman's origin, and I really like seeing the new version of Krypton we see at the start. It's more than just this crystal planet, and it's actually got a culture and a way of life compared to how they've done it a lot of times in the comics. And I loved the versions of Jor-El and Superman's mum as well. I thought they were done very well, and they were cast very well in the roles, and it just gave more of this sense of life to Krypton. And I know obviously part of Krypton's downfall was that everyone was assigned a role from birth, but I liked the fact that it did have its own culture, and it did have this specific dress style and stuff. It kind of made it feel a bit more unique and a bit more like this planet that's lived in, as opposed to just this big crystal ice planet. And I thought it was a nice touch, and it was a really good change to how Krypton is in both live action and in the comic books, in my opinion. The story's told in this non-linear kind of way, which I thought worked a lot for the movie, because you see him growing up as a kid, but it's only certain flashbacks you see to specific memories, and I thought that worked a lot for the movie because it took away a lot of the fluff and puff of him growing up, and it meant you didn't have to spend 45 minutes to an hour with him as a kid growing up. You just got to see a lot of these important memories with him as a kid that impact how he is as an adult today, and I thought it was very well done in the movie. Henry Cavill was awesome in the role as well. I thought when he finally becomes Superman, he does great and has a lot of awesome scenes. Like when he's talking to Lois in the chamber, and he just kind of turns around and he's at her. She's like, "Why'd you let him handcuff you?" And he's just like, "Oh, it makes them feel safe." So it shows he would actually do what he can to make people around him feel safe because he knows how powerful he is. And he has another great scene as well, like when he goes to see Lois Lane, and the general's like, oh, the general's trying to figure out something about him. He's like, "Don't play games with me. I know she's here and I want to see her." Just the way he acts while he's floating in the air, I thought it was all done very well, and he gave a great performance in this movie, and he is my favourite version of Superman. I really liked Michael Shannon as Zod as well. I thought he was a great villain because in this movie he's the hero of his story. You can completely see where he's coming from. He just wants Krypton back, and he wants his people back. And he's going around it in the wrong way, obviously, by trying to eradicate Earth and grow it on where Earth is. But you can completely see where he's coming from, and it really puts Superman in a choice. Does he really care about Earth? Does he want Krypton back? And it gives Superman a choice in front of him, and obviously you know what decision he's going to make. But it shows you Superman does get thinking, and he was actually maybe considering having Krypton grow back on Earth, but he just didn't like the idea of it. He wanted Krypton back, but he didn't like how Zod was going to do it. So he makes the ultimate decision to save Earth. So I thought Zod as a villain, he challenged Superman in that good way, and even when he turns around to him and says, "One of us is going to die by the end of this fight," and you know that Superman doesn't want to kill him because he is the last of his kind. So I feel like Zod as a villain really stands out for Superman because he puts Superman in this uncomfortable position where he wants Krypton but he can't do it, and it does break him inside in that aspect, and I thought that was awesome and it worked very well in the movie. This film as well just looks amazing. The visuals are awesome. The fight scene between Superman and all the Kryptonians is very well done, and the CGI is amazing. And you actually feel how powerful the punches are, and the way you just see the laser vision and everything when he has it to be vein inside his head. It's just awesome to see, and everything just looks awesome in the movie, and it's just a really good looking movie, and I thought it was awesome watching all those fight scenes. I only really have two gripes in the movie. I felt the relationship between Clark and Lois it felt a bit rushed, and I was a bit okay, they just met and suddenly they're in love. But it was just really that, and I felt there's a bit with the fight scenes when he's taking on the world changer, I can't remember what it's called, the terraforming machine, and he's they start shooting out tentacles and stuff at him, and I was a bit okay, this is a bit drawn out, but overall that's my only two main gripes for the movie. So overall, I would highly recommend checking out this movie if you haven't seen it already. It's such a great film, and Henry Cavill is amazing as Superman. It's got great visuals, a great score by Hans Zimmer, and the CGI in it is awesome with amazing fight scenes. So a huge fan of Michael Shannon as Zod, and overall, it's just a great Superman origin, and it shows him this complete new light. Where if a lot of people who don't like Superman because of how powerful he is, this is like a more relatable version of him where you can see the struggles he actually has, and it's a good introduction to Superman as a character as well, and an amazing origin for him. If I was to give it a final rating, I would definitely give it an A. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and also let me know what you thought of the movie, and let me know who your favourite Superman is. I'm always glad to get a discussion about that going in the comments. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Be sure to check out my other videos if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.